Yo, I've been crazy, coming from the wrong side of the law. All that I'm saying, baby, would you open the door? When the night is coming and the day is going, and the night is coming and the day is going away.
In 2016, we had the first festival in Doomadgee. Back then, it was just known as the Doomadgee Rodeo, but it was the creation and the start of what was to become the Gulf Country Frontier Days Festival. In the first year, I programmed legendary singer-songwriter from Tamworth, Roger Knox, and also protest band from Brisbane, Mop and the Dropouts. We had dance groups from Mornington Island, Burralula, and Doomadgee. Here's a little look back at the 2016, start and how the festival came about and was created to 2017. Enjoy.
There's a place up north, Gulf Country, my country. My name is Alec Doomadgee, and I am from the Yothu, Gardawa and Gangalidda peoples. I'm on my way up to where I grew up. I'm heading to Doomadgee for the biggest event of the year. The Gulf Country Frontier Days Festival is coming to Doomadgee. It's something I'm very proud of, and we hope it becomes an event the whole Gulf Country can be proud of. It gives us an opportunity to share our heritage and show people what makes this part of the world so special.
Rodeoing out here is part of the country. It's the bread and butter of the local people. Aboriginal people love rodeoing, and so does all the surrounding pastoralists. They all come in because they're stockmen, they're cattlemen, they're horsemen. And they come together to enjoy the rodeo.
The Gulf Country Frontier Days Festival is about bringing people together, but it's also about having fun. And rodeos are fun.
I need the buckle. I need to find myself a buckle. I got the cowboy hat and everything else. Whoa, whoa, hey, look at that.
He has last year's.
That's a real bona fide cowboy buckle.
While the festival is all about entertainment, there are still some top prizes on offer.
Now, well, I come back to reclaim my title.
Ooh, hear that? She's back to reclaim her title.
Dawn now in the final throws before calling for that shoot gate. Now, Dawn calls for the gate out in the arena. Come on, Dawn, sit up, stay aboard him. Hey, come on, Doomadgee, let's give a big round of applause for Dawn Baker. Well, the score comes in, a score at 62 points. That takes her to the lead in this, our final round of the ladies' steer ride.
This is an authentic bush rodeo experience in the heart of the last frontier. While it's not strictly an Indigenous rodeo, the Frontier Days Festival will include the first ever Indigenous Rodeo Championships.
We've been having Doomadgee rodeos here for a long time, going back to the early 70s. Here's young Carl! Let him up, young Carl! Oh, jingle! But we used to have rodeos as long as I can remember, you know. It mightn't have been like we got today, but we've always had rodeos.
Clarence Walden is an old Aboriginal cowboy and is the well-known voice of the rodeo, and his commentary style is one of a kind.
There he goes, Stephen, you got him, brother. Holy jingle! He got a fair bit under the bonnet, that bull.
Aboriginal rodeos have always been part of life up in this area. And now the Frontier Days Festival is bringing it back bigger and better than ever.
Give it to him, boy. You got him. You got him. You got him. Oh, oh, look at you. Oh, jingle. Put your hands together, boy. Yeah, I rode a few bulls in my time. Yeah, with Gill Brothers, the traveling rodeo shows they had. Everybody looked forward to rodeo. Yeah, rodeo, you know, it's a real big event for Doomadgee, you know, like people come from far and wide. You know, some people come here and ride in the big circuits, you know, and they reckon that it's the best rodeo they've ever seen for a bush one, you know. But now it's becoming more than a bush rodeo, and I really like it, you know. I've been sort of a partaker of the rodeo for a long time, and I used to be one of the main riders in the rodeo, you know, like back in the days, but now I still take part in as a commentator, you know, and I really like doing it.
I know, here's Gilbert coming out to shoot. Take to him, Gilbert. You got him, Gilbert. There goes Gilbert. Look at him. He's even spurred him. You got him, Gilbert. Oh, Jingle, put your hands together for Gilbert.
What a ride.
Yeah, he made it to the top.
Clowry is one of the local elders here, and he's part of the team we've brought together to make the Indigenous Championships possible.
Oh, mate, I tell you, it'll blow this place apart, you know. Like, we hardly been recognised in this country, you know, like a lot of people still ask me, where's Doomadgee? I said, well, if you've never been there, mate, I suggest you should come there when we're having our rodeo or having our carnival, football carnival or something, you know. That's why I'd like people to come here and see how good the place is.
It's not only the good vibes that make this event special. The riders who compete in the rodeo are first class, and the Indigenous competitors are the best from this region. You've got your main events like the saddle bronc and the bareback ride.
I know, here's Wallaby. Watch him. There he goes, Wallaby. Rip him, mate. You got him, Wallaby. You got him, Wallaby. Oh! Hey, you had him there, mate. You had him, but you leaned too far forward.
And the big one, the bull ride.
I know, here goes Pete. Oh, Jingo's Pete, look at. Oh, mate. Costa. But watch out. Oh, look out now, Costa. Oh.
The novices and the kids compete in some junior events too.
I know, Carl. You got him, boy. Hit him up. Hit him with a spur, Carl. Hit him with a spur, Carl. You got him. You got him. Oh, Carl.
The Open Saddle Bronc event in Doomadgee is named in honour of a young Aboriginal cowboy called Alwood Foster. And at last year's event, it was pretty special because Alwood's older brother, Moses Foster, went on to become the 2016 Saddle Bronc champion.
Hit him now, you got him. Up to him, Moses. Take to him, Moses. Grab him now, Moses. Grab him now, Moses. Take to him, mate. Put your hands together for the cowboy there. He done real good this weekend.
This is an opportunity to create a really special event. Who knows? One day it could become the International Championship for Indigenous Rodeo. Everyone comes out for the rodeo, especially the kids.
It's family. You know, you see fathers getting on and then kids getting on and the mothers in the stand and that. And I think the whole concept about rodeo is the fact that you test your own ability, you know, test your own fears and push yourself to the limit, and that's what these kids want to do, you know. I mean, like I said, it's heritage. That's a big part of it, riding buck and horses, and that was what they've done in the bush, but I think it's the challenge of it, you know, that's what rodeo's about. It's challenging yourself and see if you can stand up to the task. There's big plans for it, you know, to make it professional in a certain way, but not professional where it's takes all the heritage out of, I suppose. You know, the Indigenous are, you know, stockmen off the land and it's their heritage and they want to keep it going. Yeah, we're going to turn this rodeo into a pretty special event eventually, yes.
The men's bull ride is always a big event. It's a chance for the local cowboys to show their skills.
Righto, there he goes, young Peter. Take him, Peter. Oh, look at this.
No Deal is the name of the bull. Come on, Doomadgee, let's make some noise.
There he goes, Stephen. You got him, brother. Holy jingles. He got a fair bit under the bonnet, that bull.
They're braver men than me. It's pretty rough out there.
The word to from our emergency paramedic team down there is that they need to take the young cowboy away for some assessments.
The big boys have their fun, but there's a lot more quality riding to see this weekend, and a lot of that is from the little guys. It's potty calf ride time, and kids love this stuff. Have a look at this little one over here. Come and check this little cowgirl out. That's a little Aboriginal cowgirl right there. Look at that. Her father's a really good cowboy too. Her father's actually my grandson. And he's tying her up. She's gonna ride. Good, look, she's ready to go. These kids love riding, and they love cowgirling, they love cowboying. I want to show you how young and how early they start training them out here. Come check this out. How old are you, mate? 8 years old. And you're riding? What's your name? Maurice Edwards. You're a brave young man. Gulf country boys are made tough. They start young and they thrive on the challenge at weekends like this. Let me introduce you to a young Doomadgee fella who's got a big future. I heard of bull riders, calf riders, I heard of bronc riders, I heard of bareback riders, but I don't think I've ever heard of any Alec Doomadgee riders. Show me how you ride. What if I buck like that? Peter Gregory Jr. is one of our rising stars on the rodeo scene, and he's a local Doomadgee boy.
I can ride one.
How about this guy here is the 2016 Mount Isa Rodeo Potty Calf Champion. The whole community is behind Peter Gregory Jr. and he's got some incredible natural talent. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Tell me, what made you want to become a cowboy and ride, my son?
My dad.
Peter doesn't just show up and have a go. He's training back home with his dad, who is currently a PBR bull rider. How do you train this young man?
I make him become a bull rider because I get him on the drum, I put him on the drum, there's 3 of them boys, I put them on the drum, then I get him off the drum, then I put him on the back of a horse, gallop them around when they're riding bareback without a saddle, and at night, like after dinner, I get him at the dinner table, we'll sit down and he'll say, we'll tell him, you know, I tell him all how you ride a bull, you know, how you can ride a bull or how you become a champion. People are asking me, and they always ask me if where the little chap is and where's little Pete, and I say, hey, I'm here. We want a photo with him. How you become what he is? And I said, there's a lot of courage, a lot of talking. I talk to him all the time, and I tell him how to ride a bull and how to become whatever he is now. You know. Like.
What do you think about that? That's what you're gonna do? PBR rider?
Yeah.
You want to be Lane Frost?
Yeah.
That's who you want to be? Who's your hero?
My dad.
Wow. Hear that, mate?
Yeah, I'm his hero, all right.
He doesn't want to be Lane Frost, he wants to be Peter Gregory. You're a good man and a good father, and you're an example of what it takes to look after your children and make a good kid out of them.
Righto, here it comes, young Peter, young Peter. Yeah, young Peter, young Peter. That was a beauty. Can we give him a decent hand for that, please?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, having a big round of applause for the young cowboy, Peter Gregory.
Yahoo!
There's a lot more to it than just sitting on the back of a bull, and if you want to come out here, this is what you're up against. Are you ready for the challenge? The Gulf Country Frontier Days Festival is all about gathering everyone together to watch some rodeo action, have a few laughs and spend time with the family. We have a strong sense of culture here in the Gulf Country. The festival is a chance for us to share it with visitors and also Indigenous people from the surrounding areas. It's also the biggest corroboree of the year, and each year we are stepping up the entertainment. happy to say I finally got Roger Knox to Doomadgee. It's taken me almost 16 years, but he's here. So without further ado, my countrymen, my Wanyi, my Garawa, my Gangalidda people, and my Yanyala countrymen that's here, and my Lardil mob, please welcome to stage the one and only Mr. Roger Knox.
I am what I am. I am Aborigine.
Roger Knox is an Aboriginal Australian and a renowned country singer. Known as the Black Elvis and the Cree King of Country, Roger is a Gomeroi man and was born in Maori.
Keeps reminding me of you.
Tonight he's returned to Doomadgee and is welcomed on stage.
I love coming back to this community. I wish I could do it all over again. You know, places like this, they hadn't visited for a long time. And the people who like their music, they know what they want. And the kids are the same, you know. Even back in them days, their grandparents would be the same. They like to dance and, you know, enjoy the music, the songs we sing, stories we tell. That's so beautiful. I was really honoured to come back here to this place.
This is our home, and we want this event to be great for the coming generations of our people.